When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect.
The regular season has reached its halfway point, and as the team looks ahead to the rest of the year, it's time to check in with players and set the goals that will drive them the rest of their season.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my white cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Allen! A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And just shutting him off there. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ward now working out of the gun. Robinson's got it. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Titans at 7-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready?
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Ward. He finds Robinson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the Tennessee field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Set up. Alert.
They'll run left with Pollard, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing is Ward. That's complete to DK. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Ward. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing again here, Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Okay, ready?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Check.
A give to Pollard, running left. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
18 Cardinal, 18.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. On 4th down, on is the veteran, Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. Sly able to put this one through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they'll audible to something else.
Second and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Johnston on a quick slant. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Set.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Oronde Gadsden from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. To throw is Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
To throw, here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
19, Charger.
Out of the gun again to Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a second and 2.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Throwing now, Ward. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, Ward. He'll try to pick it up himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Sly able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Pollard going to try the right side to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Looking to throw. Ward. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Careful. Set.
The toss left side for Mitchell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
Turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. Touchdown, Titans. Daniel Bellinger, 39 yards. And the Titans are back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And a good run here as he'll run it all the way down to the 40-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
1st down, Chargers.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Herbert now. Pass. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll look to throw again. Here's a screen now for Pollard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Wan'Dale Robinson, 56 yards. And the Titans use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Titans 24, Chargers 20.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They come up now on 2nd and 2. To the air again, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here we go. First and goal.
Set. Renee. Run. Hey, go Lion. Set.
They'll run with Mitchell.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Set.
Once more with Mitchell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Hampton will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the jump.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come on. Set.
He's back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Complete. Pollard. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
And the Titans, first down. First and 10 at the
And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Down. Gravity Lion.
Back to throw. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they will spike it with time remaining. And now they'll at least have a shot at a field goal here that could get them to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hey, go lion, lion, lion. Go. Go.
Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They snap it to Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey, ram.
Throwing Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And it's caught. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. 1st and goal. Hampton going to try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's second down. And once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal.
Go. Ready.
Herbert to throw. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime. Extra point try now from Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Chargers 34, Titans 27. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Ready.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Swinging this out for Pollard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Titans, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.